Discipline is not a feeling, it's the result of the process. A lot of the times people talk about you need to be disciplined. I don't agree with that. Let's change it to saying you need to be passionate. You need to have desire, because discipline is just the natural result of desire. Think about a time when you were truly passionate and fulfilled by something. That resulted in natural discipline. So instead of putting the emphasis on you being disciplined, you need to put the emphasis on you being with desire, you being fulfilled by it, you looking forward to it, because as a result of that, you will achieve discipline. That's it. It's very, very simple. So instead of changing your actions, change your reason. Instead of changing your actions, change your standard, because your life is a reflection of your standard. Your action is always aligned with your standard. So your standard is your internal state, and your action is your external state. Your external reality, your actions, are a reflection of your internal state, your standard. Let's dive deeper into this concept. What exactly is your standard? Your standard is your perception, your identity, and your beliefs. These three factors make your standard. You'll keep falling back to your standard. You'll keep falling back to your perception, your identity, and your beliefs. So, in order for you to make a long-lasting change, you first need to change your internal state, because as a result, you will take aligned action that aligns with that standard. Let's just say your goal is to go to the gym and to get in shape. There's two different people with two different approaches to this scenario. Person one puts the emphasis on discipline. Person two puts the emphasis on their standard, their perception, identity, and beliefs. Okay? So person one that puts the emphasis on discipline, they go into it very motivated. They get a gym membership, they clean out their whole fridge, and they eat healthy for about a week, for about 2 weeks. But it's just a matter of time before they keep falling back to their standard. You'll always keep falling back to your standard. You will always keep coming back to your perception, your identity, and your beliefs. So although person one started off, changing their external actions, cleaning out their fridge, getting a gym membership, being motivated, etc., it's just a matter of time before they came back to their standard. So they weren't able to successfully change themselves for the long term, because they started off with external action as opposed to starting off with their internal state. Now, person two. Person two started off with their internal state first. Before they cleaned out their fridge, before they got a gym membership, before they did any external action, they first did the inner work. Before they took any external action, they changed their perception, they changed their identity, their beliefs, they changed their standard. They thought to themselves, I'm doing this because I naturally want to feel good. I'm doing this because I naturally love fulfilling my potential. I'm doing this as a form of honoring God and honoring my vessel and honoring myself. This goes far beyond just looking a certain way. This is for me to feel good. This is for me to feel confident. This is for me to feel healthy. This is for me to live life to the fullest. For myself, for my loved ones. And this is a form of also me aligning myself to which side of duality I want to be a part of. Do I want to be part of, fulfilling my potential or staying in my comfort zone? Do I want to be part of light or darkness? Do I want to be part of healthy, fit, athletic, or do I want to be part of couch potato? So once person B solidified that foundation, they solidified their standard, they reframed it from being just about, I need to do X, Y, Z, I need to take this physical action, to saying, okay, why do I want to do this? I want to do this because I love taking care of myself. That's another thing too that I want to say. Discipline is simple and easy once you love taking care of yourself. Once you start from the place of doing it for yourself and genuinely loving that feeling, then the action that follows that will come naturally to you. It will not be discipline, it will not be forced, but it will be a natural desire. Person B started off by changing their inner state, and therefore all external action that preceded, they were able to successfully do that for the long term. Person B loves taking care of themselves. They love taking care of their health and their well-being, and it's a natural desire for them. And because it's a natural desire, because that's their standard in their internal state, discipline is the result of that. They go to the gym, they eat clean, they love going to nature, they love taking care of themselves holistically. And discipline is just the result of that process. It's not an action they're trying to impose. They're not going to the gym, they're not eating healthy with the state of mind of, I'm being disciplined. They're not saying, I'm going to be focused, I need to achieve this, I need to do this is, no. They're saying, this is something I'm genuinely fulfilled by. I'm so passionate about this. I have a deep desire to do this. So naturally, I take aligned action. And if you want to call it discipline, let it be discipline. But it's just the result of this process. Two different people with two different standards. Two different people with two different approaches to how they perceive health, perceive life. One of them immediately started off with external action, cleaning out their fridge, getting a gym membership, coming in very motivated, but not doing the inner work. The second person started off by doing the inner work, changing their perception, shifting their identity and their beliefs and their standard, and naturally, they took aligned action. They were able and successfully achieving their desires for the long term, and it didn't feel forced. It felt like a natural desire, and that makes all the difference. And I want to give you guys a personal testimony. I, for a while, was very self-conscious about my body. I didn't like the way I looked. I had a lot of acne. I was fat. And I knew that I didn't like living like this and that I had to make a change. And at first, I was just like person A. My approach was cleaning out my fridge, eating healthy, going to the gym, XYZ. But it wasn't until I did the inner work that I changed my perception, my identity, my beliefs, and my standard. That the action that I took came from a place of natural desire, and discipline was just the result of the process that followed. So if there's one message that you take away from this video, it's that discipline is just the process of natural desire. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Take care. Bye.